Hello everyone, it's time for another little quick video. I'm gonna show you guys today a deck that I was reading about for a while and had heard a lot but didn't really know what it was, which is the handlock deck. It's a fairly interesting strategy that involves not attacking a lot at first and really abusing the warlock's hero power to draw cards each turn. And the idea is you abuse cards like Twilight Drake and the Mountain Giant to very quickly get very big cards. So basically, if you're unfamiliar, the Mountain Giant costs 12, but it costs 1 less for each card in your hand, which means if you use the hero power every turn without playing a card, by turn 4, the Mountain Giant costs 4 mana for an 8/8 creature, which is fantastic. The other big focus is around the Twilight Drake, which gains +1 health for each card in your hand, so by turn 4, you can create a fairly big creature. By turn 4 you should have 9 cards in your hand, I believe. Or is it 10? I could be wrong. Anywho, beyond that, the basic idea seems to be that you'll look like you're about to die and then all of a sudden you just win. So you deal as much damage you can with the Mountain Giants, which are fantastic. You can then use cards such as the Defender of Argus to turn your Mountain Giants into big taunt creatures, which is good. And when you get close to death, you can drop the Molten Giants for cheap or for free. After that, as a final kill move, you use Leroy Jenkins for the 6 damage plus Power Overwhelming to bring it up to 10, and then ideally you will also Faceless Manipulator to multiply that by 2 and do 20 damage in a turn. So the idea is you get them down mid-game to 20 and then you kill them by end-game with another instant 20. Beyond that, you'll use Siphon Soul to kind of keep yourself alive and stop their strategies, and you throw some taunt out there. There are a few different versions of this deck. I kind of picked one at random, and I've only played a couple games with it, but it seems interesting. So we'll try throwing it out there and seeing how it does. I've lost a few and I've won a few with it, so it really depends on what you're doing. If you're playing someone who's playing kind of a slower strategy, it works very well. If you're playing someone that's doing a rush deck, or kind of hunters in general tend to eat you up and you have to throw your strategy out the window. So we're against a hunter, which is the best way to prove the point that we're about to lose. So I think we will toss all of these in hopes for a giant. The cool thing is, something that was pointed out to me fairly recently, or I read rather, I wouldn't say pointed out, is that you do actually, you can hold 10 cards in your hand, which means you can hold a third of your deck in your hand. So by turn 4, having close to 10 cards, you have a really good chance of having your strategy. So we're at 7, it brings us up to 8. Because we went second, we're a little thrown off. We may have to burn a card at some point. This brings us up to 9. So yeah, the coin kind of throws us off a little bit.
So many possibilities.
So I think if we do that, coin, and draw, that should get us back on track, right? Yeah, so we should be like right there. I could have miscalculated though. Could be crazy. I don't like hunters. Hunters do things like that, which just sucks. So we'll start by throwing out the Twilight Drake, giving it the uber damages, and we'll try to weaken it just a little bit, keep it within killing range. So things like that tend to really screw us over, but that should be okay. So I think C8.
I wonder.
So it's definitely kind of a bad move.
I will hunt you down. Are open.
But if we heal me, give me taunt, and I think to lose the card, but we're probably gonna need. We need to fight aggressively against a hunter just because they're so nasty with their quick beasts that do tons of damage. Of course. Oh, double hounds. Double hounds is fantastic. So yeah, we've pretty much lost this game. Yeah. But
time's up. Let's do this.
Job done.
so not the ideal way to do it, but you kind of get the point. It's an interesting little strategy. I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose. Throwing out Leroy is kind of a sad thing. Yeah. So I think what we can do is just lose pretty much. Yeah, I don't see us as pulling this off. Yeah, we're just gonna call it a day. Try again next turn. It is a very dangerous deck to play against a hunter. Hunters are very fast with their damage output, so as you can see, the strategy doesn't quite work out the same. Hopefully we'll get something else that I can actually demonstrate the idea behind the deck.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
He has a golden hero. That's pretty cool. Let's drop those off. Drop the kids off at the pool. 2 Twilight Drakes. Okay. Well, I think we skip. That is a very cool looking hero power. Seven, 8. Puts us at 9. So I think, given the circumstances, we'll choose the Drake. Brings us back down to 7 cards, right? Yeah.
I must safeguard the land.
Of course, the silence. So we'll trade that and see how it goes next turn. We can get a taunt out, that would be good. We may
Where
even...
shall I strike?
Okay. So... I think we throw out a taunt here. Can afford to do a little bit of damage to him since we have just such a big Drake there. And hopefully the taunt will protect us. I'm still trying to get my head around the strategy, to be honest. It's a very interesting strategy overall. So, alright, so the mountain giant. And I'd like to keep our taunt alive, just to try to draw the ire of the Harvest Golem here. Since we can't kill it, there's no point in wasting our taunt.
Yes! Castingo! Yes!
And he's just gonna throw out merciless amounts of taunt right there. That's fine and dandy. Okay, so us on the other hand, I think what we will do,
I wonder.
I think we will,
My greetings.
I think we want to get this guy back up, and then draw a card. Gives us another mountain giant next turn, which is fantastic.
Well played.
Oh, is fierce. So apparently I'm dead. Is that what's going on? It appears I'm dead.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh. It looks good on paper in the very least. Maybe the next game. Just a fantastic losing streak I've been on recently. But we're having fun, and that's what matters, right?
Gul'dan versus Rexxar.
Let the hunt begin. Your soul shall be mine.
Okay. So I think we'll toss the Loatheb. Let's just mulligan. Hope for something sexy. Something like that. That's beautiful. That's a turn 4 Mountain Giant for sure.
Job done.
So we will draw. Now the cool thing is, if you have the Mortal Coils and he puts out a 1 health creature, we could kill that now, as you can see. Because that replaces the card we lose, and we still have enough mana to do the draw, so that next turn we got our Mountain Giant. So, Mountain Giant this turn, probably Mountain Giant next turn. And then after that, probably Defender of Argus. Of course. Alright. So, I'm just gonna keep drawing his fire with the Mountain Giants. He's gotta run out of kill commands and whatnot eventually, right? What do you have up your sleeve? 5 damage. Yes. Fair enough. Okay, well, let's do...
My eyes are open.
We're gonna get the damage while we can. Catch him up a little bit. He will probably take this out this turn. I think that's okay. Kinda okay with that. We're gonna beef this up first by ramming those into us. Sure. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. So what we'll do is silence. Super cheap Molten Giant. And kill the hyena. Okay, so we're gonna taunt.
Shields up.
Turn these two into taunts. And do some more damage.
I let the dogs out.
Alright, so the best move, I think, at this point is probably we're one shy of lethal. So I think the
My
Defender
shield
of
for
Argus.
Argus.
I got this.
Crush that.
My
Defender
shield
of
for
Argus.
Argus.
That puts us in pretty good range for lethal, I think. And we still have plenty of taunt to keep us alive. At this point, if we pull a Leroy, we can win.
Well fought. I can see. Well.
And that's how it goes. That's the handlock. Hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of a quick video, but it was fun. We got one win in, which was good. I'll probably experiment in trying to make my own variant on the handlock deck. Maybe try another pre-made one that someone's come up with first, just to get a better feel for the strategy, since I'm still figuring that out. And hopefully have something original to show you in the near future.